here at Paris Auto Speedway 2016 PASSCAR season opener. And a good face to see back at the racetrack this year, all the way from Buckeye, Arizona now. Past champion in the factory stocks, Nathan Deragon. Good to see you back. You pretty much missed all of last year. That must have been hard for you.
Yeah, it was. Racing as much as we can all the time. Only being able to race twice last year, it was a heartbreaker for me, but we had a lot of work that had to be done to the car and just had to take the time and do everything right, and we got that done, and now we're all ready to go again this season.
What all did you guys do to the car over the winter? Summer actually too.
Yeah, we started off with all new suspension, shocks, springs, all the suspension components on it. We put a brand new body on it. We didn't have the stock body on it. Put all that off, put on a nice new body, all new tubing, new rear ends, leaf springs. I mean, everything that possibly could have been done that was never done to the car, we did it last year.
So you've been busy. Even though you haven't been racing, you were busy with racing.
Yeah, we were busy until that first race we did. We were quite busy getting everything together and ready to go.
Now you did race, you were here twice last year, you were a hired gun. Was it over at Pahrump?
No, actually I only raced the 2 times here last year. 2014 I went out to Nevada.
Oh.
Scott Tenney had me drive one of his cars up there and had a nice experience up at Rattlesnake Raceway.
So what's the plan for this year? You going to be a regular?
Yes, going for the points championship is the goal. So we'll hopefully start off with a good night here tonight and doing some points racing. I'm a fan of points racing, so we'll do that and hopefully make the championship chase at the end of the year, and if everything goes right, we play our cards right and bring home the trophy.
Had something big happen recently, graduate high school.
Yes, I believe it was almost a month ago, just about 6 more days. It was a month ago, graduated high school 2 years early, and got a job a few days later. I think it was 3 days later I started working, so a complete swing from being a student to real life in a sense.
The pepperoni kid?
Yeah, I've fastest pizza maker there so far. So.
How do you like it?
It's fun. it's a lot different than school, obviously, but it's been fun. I picked it up pretty quick and got some more money coming for a race car, and gonna start building a new one soon too. So got money coming for that.
You said you're gonna start building a new race car, another street stock?
Yes. Well, it'll be a IMCA hobby stock, so we can race in Arizona as well. And if we build it right, we'll still be able to race here at Paris as well. I love this track to death, so we'll keep this car as well to keep racing here, but we got a new one in the making as well.
Go back to pizzas pretty quick, or for a second, it was hard to say. Can you spin one yet?
Actually, we don't have to do that. It all comes frozen out of the box, and you let it unthaw, and then we just stretch it a little bit. But it's not like the Italian people where you got to throw it up in the air and catch it, so none of that yet.
Now, you graduate high school, you're working. What's the future plan for you right now?
Keep working right now and get some money saved up for school. I want to go to school for welding, make a career out of that, and in the meantime just keep racing as much as I can, start building that new race car we got. But pretty much the next thing for me is majorly is going to be welding school.
Now, your trips over here to Paris Auto Speedway, a little bit longer when you guys live down in El Cajon. How long does it take you to get here?
We actually just moved again from Buckeye. We're in Peoria now, so that added another half an hour. So the total drive from start to finish is 6 hours.
So you've been over at Peoria, it puts you closer to a racetrack over there too.
Yeah, we got a Canyon Speedway Park out there. That's one of the tracks we racing at. We built our new car. Now we're just close. We can go and watch and everything too. We got about 5 tracks within about 2 or 3 hours from us. So the Canyon being the closest, we're about a 15-20 minute drive down the street from them.
How do you like life in Arizona?
It's good. It took some adjusting at first coming from California, but now that we've been over there for a couple years, I like it a lot. It's a great place to live.
You got some sponsors you have to thank on this car. Who's helping you out this year?
Absolutely. Our main one, Hodad's Hamburgers. If you haven't been there yet, they're amazing.
They are amazing down in San Diego.
Yes. Best burger around. They're one of our main sponsors. And Ray and Mary, Smog Test Only in downtown San Diego. They've helped us a lot constantly. Brandon Painter, Ashley Crossley, everyone from Canterville Motorsports for coming on board with me a couple years ago to keep me racing. I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me the past couple seasons. We got Luke's Transmissions as well. Almost forgot about them. Can't forget Luke Dodd. Sponsors me out as well as a competitor on the racetrack. Mike Pridgeon Race Engines, EMD Wraps, and my mom. She's the main one that keeps me going. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do any racing at all. She makes the drives out here. She takes care of me at home, and puts up with the annoying version of me from time to time, but without her, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. So thank everybody that makes this possible.
She's your crew chief as well?
Yes, she is. Does all the wrenches on the car with me, and she's the one that takes care of the car throughout the races, doing the tire pressures and everything, while me and Brandon work on some of the other stuff on the car.
I know you were just talking about Luke Dodd, Luke's Transmission being one of your sponsors. That's one of your major competitors out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's quite ironic that he helps out a lot of people out here, including me, and he's also pretty much the top dog to beat out there. So the fact that you have someone as high up as he is in the class and willing to help out other people, it's cool. But at the same time, you know, you want to beat him as well, and it's hard to not like the guy. You know, he's such a great guy, but even though he's a sponsor, we still want to beat him every race.
Let's talk about you a little bit. You've been racing for a lot of years now. You started down in Verona in like a mini type sprint car class, was it?
It was actually a mini dwarf car. So we have the dwarf cars that race out here. It was about a half-scale version of that with a 5-horsepower lawnmower engine. Raced those for about 3.5 seasons, and then I moved up into a junior sprint car, which is equivalent to about a quarter midget in most places. Unlike the quarter midget though, these were built specifically after a dirt sprint car, so they weren't universal. And then after that class, I moved up here to Paris for the factory stocks, and then did 2 seasons of that, almost won the championship the first year, won the championship the second year, and moved up to street stocks 2 years ago, and that's where we are now.
And how old are you now?
16.
And people can listen to you on the radio tomorrow with Dave Stahl, San Diego Motorsports Radio Show. You'll be on about 3:30 p.m. If you want to listen, kcbq.com, or if you're in San Diego, 1170 a.m. What's your expectations tonight?
You know, just a good run to get the season started. If I could, a top 5 would be great. Just want to go out, want everything to work well at the car, no mechanical failures or anything, and just knock some of the rest of the off-season off. I didn't do any of the Winter Series races out here, so it's been a while since I've raced. But just an overall good night is what we're looking for, good handling of the car, and good finish as well.
All right, folks, come out and see him tonight, Paris Auto Speedway, 2016 season opener, using the number 19 car. It's Nathan Deragon, a for sure contender for the Street Stock Championship this year.